favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. No. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
You know, when you argue with a fool, you just prove there are two. And I consider Congresswoman Omar, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, Congresswoman Tlaib, Congresswoman Pressley, I think is her name. They call themselves the Squad. I consider them to be fools.
Did a U.S. senator really just call members of Congress fools on national television? That's exactly what happened when John Kennedy spoke about Ilhan Omar and other members of the Squad. The moment quickly sparked a heated debate across Washington after Omar was removed from the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee. But the real question is, was this about accountability for past statements, or was it another chapter in America's growing political divide? Welcome to Capitol Review, where we break down the biggest political moments with clarity and context. If you appreciate balanced analysis, don't forget to subscribe and share the channel.
Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened.
The representative can say whatever the heck she wants, but we don't have to accept it or embrace it. Individuals who hold such hateful views should rightly be barred from that type of committee.
This institution is better because of her leadership, and the Foreign Affairs Committee benefits from her perspective. So let's talk about what's really happening. Republicans are waging a blatantly Islamophobic and racist attack on Congresswoman Omar. And I've said it before, I will say it again. The white supremacy happening is unbelievable. This is despicable.
We're not removing her from other committees. We just do not believe when it comes to foreign affairs, especially the responsibility of that position around the world with the comments that you make. She shouldn't serve there.
Representative Omar to close.
The gentlewoman is recognized.
The 9-year-old me would be disappointed if I didn't talk about the victims of conflict. Those that are experiencing unjust wars, atrocities, ethnic cleansing, occupation, or displacement like I did. They are looking to the international community and the United States, asking for help. They look to us because the international community and the United States profess the values of protecting human rights and upholding international law. So we owe it to them not to make this a myth, but a reality. I didn't come to Congress to be silent. I came to Congress to be their voice. And my leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been. So take your vote or not. I am here to stay, and I am here to be a voice against harms around the world and advocate for a better world. I yield back.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. No. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
I thought in the president's original tweet, I thought it was a poor choice of words. I think I know what the president meant, and he clarified later and said, look, if you're not happy in America, leave. Just leave. And I agree with that. But his original articulation of that concept, in my opinion, fell short of the mark. Number two, frankly, I don't know why the president felt the need to tweet on this subject at all. You know, when you argue with a fool, you just prove there are two. And I consider Congresswoman Omar, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, Congresswoman Tlaib, Congresswoman Pressley, I think is her name. They call themselves the Squad. I consider them to be fools. They hate America. They think America was wicked in its origins, and it's even more wicked today. They ought to be thanking America instead of calling America evil and wicked and racist. But this is America, and they have the right to their opinion. But I don't like to see the president even dignify their point of view. Besides that, I think that the Squad, as they call themselves, they are destroying the Democratic Party. You know, when your opponent is screwing up, don't interrupt him. Let him go. I mean, just looking at this from a political standpoint, if I didn't know better, I would think the members of the Squad were GOP plants. I mean, they think that illegal immigration, socialism, higher taxes, abortion are all moral goods. They think America, Israel, free enterprise are moral bads. That's not what most Americans believe. And that's kind of where I am on the subject. The president has explained his position. He has said, look, here's what I meant. If you're not happy living in America, leave. It's a free country, and I agree with that assessment.
To understand why this moment became so intense, we need to look at what actually happened. In early 2023, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to remove Ilhan Omar from the Foreign Affairs Committee. This committee plays a major role in shaping how the United States engages with the rest of the world, everything from diplomacy to global security issues. Republicans, led by then-Speaker Kevin McCarthy, argued that Omar had previously made several statements about Israel and U.S. foreign policy that many critics considered anti-Semitic. Some of those comments dated back to 2019 and had already generated controversy at the time. Omar later apologized for one of the tweets and said she did not intend to use harmful stereotypes. However, Republican lawmakers said the issue wasn't only about one tweet. It was about a pattern of remarks they believed made her unfit to serve on a committee responsible for sensitive foreign policy matters. That's where Senator John Kennedy entered the conversation. During an interview discussing the situation, he sharply criticized members of the progressive group often called the Squad, which includes lawmakers like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, and Ayanna Pressley alongside Omar. Kennedy argued that their political views were out of step with what he believes most Americans support, and he used unusually blunt language to describe them. That comment quickly spread online and became one of the most talked about soundbites of the debate. But Democrats strongly pushed back. On the House floor, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez defended Omar and accused Republicans of targeting her unfairly. She argued that if controversial statements were the standard for removal, then the same rules should apply across the board. Democrats also pointed to the earlier decision by the Democratic majority in 2021 to remove Marjorie Taylor Greene from House committees over past remarks and conspiracy theories. Republicans at the time called that move partisan, and now many Democrats say Omar's removal was political retaliation. So in reality, this situation reflects a broader pattern in American politics. When control of Congress changes, committee assignments can become part of the political struggle between the two parties. Supporters of the removal say it was about maintaining credibility on a committee responsible for foreign diplomacy. Critics say it was a political move aimed at silencing a prominent progressive voice. And that's why this moment continues to resonate beyond Washington. It raises an important question about how political accountability should work, and whether disciplinary decisions in Congress are truly about standards or simply about which party holds power. At the end of the day, the removal of Ilhan Omar from the Foreign Affairs Committee shows just how intense and divided American politics has become. Supporters see accountability, critics see partisanship, and the debate continues long after the vote itself. Moments like this remind us why understanding the full context behind political headlines really matters. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Capitol Review, share this video, and join us for more clear and thoughtful analysis of the biggest political stories shaping the conversation today.